Hey folks, Fromark here with part 3 of the Nights into Dreams Let's Play, and this time around I'm going to be playing the other half of the game, playing as Elliot through his 4 levels in the game. Although, like I said in the last part, the final level between Clarice and Elliot's pretty much the same exact thing, so I guess 3 levels. But anyways, this is Splash Garden. And this is a pretty neat first level. I like this one. It's got its nice beachy theme. Hey, there's another word that starts with B. Beach! Beach! But anyways, I'm gonna float and fly around here some more. Get some more combos going. And, yeah, rack up some more points. And it's a great way to stay in shape. But yes, starting to kind of run low on stuff to say other than how awesome this game is. I definitely recommend it. It's not... I wouldn't put it in my top 10 of all time list, but it's somewhere in the top 20, I can tell you that much. Once again, you can just kind of fly around though. Music here is good as always, some more top-notch music. Alright, I got 13,000 points. See what happens from here. Hopefully I don't run out of time and lose all my points. I don't like that, how it just goes back to 0. But it's the way it is. That's just the way it goes sometimes. But yeah, I like how this one also not only is beachy, but it does have some underwater sections. Still kind of bums me out that there's no Sonic Extreme. I feel like Sega should have made that like a priority. But hey, I got another B. Let's see what I can do. Man, I've been cleaning up my yard here lately, and I keep getting swarmed by bees because I don't know where they're nesting. Like, they won't leave me be. But good stuff going on so far. And yeah, I mentioned in the last part I got some things mixed up with the final boss. The final boss is Wiseman. I made a miscue and I thought that the final boss was Riala, but no, Riala's a boss that kind of looks like Knights. We'll see later on. I haven't got to that one yet. We haven't seen Puffy, we haven't seen Knights, we haven't seen Claus. So those are the 3 bosses that I will be dealing with in this... C! To me! That's gotta be one of my favorite bits in American Dad. For Steve and Roger are in that store, and the lady's like, "You can't use your Discovery card here. This is to me! To me!" Anyway, just kind of continue maneuvering through here. Still got to get a few more blue orbs to ponder. I like this part here, how it's laid out to look like a clock. That's a neat little design they got going here. This game has some pretty good visuals. This game is very graphically pleasing. Even the Saturn version looks great. I mean, sure, it doesn't play as good, but it's still a pretty good game. And it's definitely a must-have for the Saturn. I would definitely recommend getting it while it's still reasonably priced. Alright, I got enough orbs. Yeah. Not sure if I stick around long enough to do any more time, do any more points gathering. Looks like it. I mean, I got 30 seconds left. 30 seconds to Mars. Ooh, that was a little lackluster. Got D rank that time. Oh well. Huh. Oh, that's why. I was looking at the wrong counter. I was like, why isn't the time moving? I was looking at the points. What a goober. But yeah, this is the underwater section. I like this part here. It's a little bit hard to control, yes, but it's neat. It looks neat. Alright, I think I got enough orbs. Let's go unlock that place. That cage or whatever that's supposed to be. Yeah, there we go. That's the stuff. Not quite 10,000 points. Gonna go back underwater for a second. Now I'm at 10,000. Although, I mean, I probably want to get a little bit more points than that. The points only matter for the rankings system, really. But I will point this out. Point this out. With the ranking systems, if you get below a C rank, I believe, you have to redo the stage. Like, if you average below C rank. So you kind of gotta watch with that. But yes, Nights into Dreams is a pretty neat game. It takes me back to my senior year in high school when I first got my Saturn, and I played a lot of this. That would have been January 2015, so I was pretty much on my way out of school at that point. Alright, let's see which boss I gotta deal with. I'm thinking it might be Puffy this time around, but I could be wrong. Am I? Oh, I'm not wrong. This boss is kinda neat because in the Sonic Christmas Nights little add-on of Sonic, you pretty much redo the first stage in Clarice's story as Sonic, and you do this boss, but the boss is painted up to look like Eggman, and they remixed one of the boss themes from Sonic CD. So that's pretty neat stuff. The thing about Sonic being in that Christmas Nights, that's one of the very few times we get 3D Sonic on the Saturn. And I mean, it handles just fine, it plays just fine. It pretty much takes the on-rail flight part of Knights' abilities out. Not too worried about running out of time. I should be able to take care of this. You only gotta land a couple more hits from here. I think maybe just one more. Just kinda floating around. Wait. There we go. Yes, that will do it for the first stage. That will do it for the Puffy battle. Alright, let's keep this party going. This Nights into Dreams party. C rank. C rank, I got enough to scrape by here. Sometimes that's all that matters. I know that's kind of how I was when I was in school. I wasn't really the most concerned about getting the best grades, just as long as they were passing grades. I mean, I didn't really plan on going to college anyway, because college is kind of a scam. I mean, depending on who you ask and depending on it, but it seems like a scam to me. I'm already in enough debt trying to get my life together. I mean, if you want to go to college, more power to you. It's just, don't come crying to me if you're 30,000, 50,000, even 100,000 in debt. There's nothing I can do for you. Oh, I love this level. This is one of those many cases where I absolutely love the snow level, the winter level. This one's beautiful. The music here is great. This is easily my favorite level in the game. And of course, maybe I'm just showing a little bit of seasonal bias, considering I love the winter time so very, very much. But this part's pretty neat. Oh, and fun fact, there was supposed to be a sequel to Nights into Dreams on the Saturn, and they were gonna call it Air Nights, but it never really got that far for whatever reason. Not really sure why. Could have easily just copied and pasted the Knights engine and just reskinned some levels, done some nice stuff. But what we have in the Knights franchise is special. It's good stuff. But yeah, gonna rack up some more combos. Yeah, speaking of combos, not really a big fan of the combos snack. Those little pretzel things. I used to love those as a kid, but the older I get, the more I'm just like, ugh, they're not very good. Just not very good stuff. But it's all a matter of opinions. Medium loop. You can get small loops, figure 8 loops, medium loops, large loops. Once again, just another thing to rack up points. I would certainly like to play more games that are like this. I want to play more games that are in the style of Knights, because it's fun. It's a pretty fun time. I would like to, if any of you guys have any recommendations for similar games, I mean, point them out for sure. Alright, we're coming up on that spot in the game. There's a sledding section that's always pretty fun to do, even if it's another one of those hard to control gimmicks. It's not so bad, really. I'm not sure, is that in the third part of this stage? It might actually be the fourth part. So I'll get to that here in a second. Gotta look for that cage to get that idea or idiot. Yeah. Not sure what that was back there. Sometimes random items appear and I don't even know what they are. But I'm gonna run the clock out a little bit here, try to get some more points. Alrighty. There's little snowball clouds there. Man, I'm so ready for winter. I hope we get a good one this year in Ohio. It's been a couple of years since we've really had a solid winter. And with this freaking drought that we've been in the middle of at the time of recording, it just makes me want winter even more. But yeah, here's that sled section. I haven't done a whole lot of sledding in my lifetime. There have been a couple of times where I got to. I did the old satellite dish trick, where my grandparents had this old junk satellite dish, and it was big enough for me to huddle into and slide down a hill, but there aren't really very many good hills where I live, so there's not really a lot of opportunities to do sledding. But maybe one of these days I'll do some sledding. I've always wanted to try skiing too, but it seems like a very dangerous kind of thing. I'm not really interested in breaking my legs. But what I am interested in is finding that next colorful orb, so I can ponder it and then go to the next part. There we go. I believe after this section is the boss. I've noticed some levels have 4 and some levels have 5 sections. But yeah, absolute 10 out of 10 level, my favorite in the entire game. If I do say so myself, anyway. Alright. It's boss time, folks. Which one am I gonna deal with this time? With my B rank. C-A-B-B-B. Cab-b-b-b. Ew, it's Claus the cat. I don't like this stage. Sometimes it's kind of tricky to land proper hits. It took me a while to really figure this part out. But you want to pretty much explode those firework mice before they have a chance to come after you. Or blow up. I mean, you want to blow them up, but you don't want to get blown up. You don't want to run out of time. And the goal here is to pretty much just get all those out and then hit them. Which isn't really too bad, it just took me a while to really figure out what I was doing. And yeah, Claus is taken care of, and that will do it for that. That's good stuff, good stuff. What kind of ranking did I get this time? Let's see here. I got C. Cool. C as in cool. I will see you in the finale, folks. Stay tuned.